Hey, beautiful people. I am back again. This is Tina Lorenz, and today we're going to talk about making an offer they can't refuse. And I have to remember, I'm going to show you a little ChatGPT tip right in the middle of this as well. So thanks for being here today. I hope you're going to find value and implement at least one thing that I'm going to show you today. So let's talk about the offer. Got a little bit of maneuvering to do here. So let's go here. I think we are going to, hey, hang on a sec. Hang on. There we go. Awesome. Ugh, I was afraid I was going to delete it accidentally. Working without a net when you go live. So let's take a look at the offers, because when you make your offer, guess what it's time to do, folks? It is time to sell. And it's also, there's two steps to it that I want to share with you. And I think I'll pop back here down in the corner. Hey, two steps that I want to share with you today, that because it's both an art and a science, just like using ChatGPT. There's an art and a science to that. And I want you to don't forget, it needs to be powerful and spectacular. And you may notice the P and the S are a different color, because we're going to talk about why that's a really important part of your offer. So the first thing is, I hear from so many people that I don't like selling. I don't want to sell. I've had people come to copywriting programs where we're writing persuasive words and tell me they don't want to sell. So the first thing you need to do, if you have that issue for yourself, if you have old stories that are limiting your beliefs about what you can offer, you need to reframe selling as serving. Because if you've got the solution, you also have an obligation, really, to share that with the people that are looking for you and need that solution the most. So consider selling as serving your clients, your potential clients, and people that are looking for exactly what you have, and they just need to hear from you. But it's a delicate balance between letting people make their own decisions and hammering away at getting them to buy. You know, we don't want to go into the land of backing them into a corner and grabbing them in a hammerlock until they scream for mercy, right? We want people to make their own decisions. We're going to allow them to step into that decision-making process for themselves. And the key to that is keeping the flow in your offer. So this isn't the time to go wandering off into flowery prose or big long stories. When you're making the actual offer, you want to stay very linear and get straight to what it is you actually have for them, so that they understand exactly what they're going to get. So this starts by dissecting the offer into two parts. Part one, step one, is the art of making the offer. And when we do this, we need to appeal to their rational mind. That's the first thing, because that's part of how we make our decisions. We want to provide rational reasons why they should do what you are asking them to do. You want to obliterate skepticism by giving them facts and supporting information. Now, this part should have been coming along before you actually get to the offer. You're kind of leading up to the offer by infusing all of your messaging with this. And you want to know that people are going to seek confirmation from others. So they might print your message out. They might forward it. They might highlight parts of it. They may come back and read it over and over again. So you want it to be very clear exactly what they're going to get as they're making their decision. And by the way, this is why you should also have follow-up email campaigns, because not everyone's going to make that decision in favor of purchasing or taking action on the first go round. Matter of fact, probably most people won't. And so you need to have follow-up email sequence. That's a topic for another day, but just keep in mind, you need to have continuous ways that you communicate with your prospects so that they can make their decision, and there's compelling reasons that are being brought to their attention all along the way. And you want to appeal to their emotions. There's the heart part of this. You want to hit those hot buttons of what it is they're really looking for, the result. Think about the result, not just the thing, not just the widget, not just the features, but what is the benefit? What will life look like once they decide to go with your offer and accept it, and whatever the life-changing aspect of that is for them? Think about why the person really wants what you're selling, what they really are looking for, and reference insight gathered from your surveys, from your interviews, from other facts and figures that you may have gathered along the way. Again, when you get to the actual offer itself, these things should be surrounding the offer, so they're already on the road to making that decision. And that's where we come to the exercise of where I want you to think about, who are you and what are you really offering your clients, both rationally and emotionally. And this is where we're going to jump over just for a minute now into my buddy and yours, ChatGPT, right? So we're going to go here, and I want to take you through. I just wrote a real quick prompt just to show you how you can infuse now ChatGPT into this process for yourself. So I'm not sure how big this is appearing on the page right now. So actually, I'll just go away and see if that makes it any bigger. I don't know that it does. I don't think it does. Okay, so we'll just stick with this. So again, I just wrote a messy prompt, literally, I did this about 5 minutes before I went live because I just wanted to add this and show you exactly how ChatGPT can help you. So this is an example. I'm using ChatGPT 4, which is the paid level. Highly recommend. I mean, it's $20 a month, folks. The best $20 you could possibly invest in your business every single month. So here's what I wrote. Again, kind of not real smooth. And I think I even left a word out, but that doesn't matter because ChatGPT 4 can figure it out. I wrote, pretend you are a marketing consultant. So I've assigned ChatGPT a role. Pretend you are a marketing consultant assisting me with my messaging. I'm a freelance copywriter and consultant specializing in humanizing ChatGPT for optimum results and alignment with your voice and message. Now, again, this is a very messy little prompt. I could have added a lot more to it, but I was in a hurry. But here's what we're going to get. I work with successful entrepreneurs and corporations to teach them how to do this. Give me 5 rational and 5 emotional benefits I am providing to my clients. And oh my gosh, literally in a minute. Look, and I've personalized ChatGPT for my own use. So it says, hey, Tina, you're doing some incredible work with aligning ChatGPT to suit individual needs. Here's the breakdown you asked for. Rational benefits, customized strategies, increased efficiency, profit growth, knowledge transfer, cutting edge solutions. And it develops out the idea. It won't take a long time here reading to you, but so we've got our 5 rational benefits. We move right into our 5 emotional benefits: confidence boost, authentic connections, empowerment, peace of mind, excitement for innovation. And each one of these is developed out with, just on the last one. By blending traditional methods with modern AI technology, you're creating a fresh, invigorating way to approach marketing. It's an exciting journey, and your clients get to be part of that innovation. And you know what? That is so accurate. ChatGPT 4 has read me like a book. And this is because I've also refined ChatGPT 4 to understand my voice, my mission, my message, and what exactly it is that I'm doing. And so, and as my buddy finishes up, hope this helps, Tina. Feel free to toss any more questions my way. So I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty darn amazing. And that part happened literally probably 60 seconds, right? Now, if you can't see the benefit of how this can help you move forward faster, compress time, increase clarity that much faster, and really give you a pathway, some ideas perhaps you hadn't even thought of that ChatGPT 4 has, I don't know what to tell you, except have fun doing it the hard way, because this makes things so much easier and faster. And this is why I say ChatGPT is a creativity enabler, enhancer, exploder, because you can read one thing that ChatGPT 4 is giving to you in a prompt. And again, I hope you noticed how messy my prompt was. It wasn't, I didn't pluck it out of a list of 2,000 pre-made prompts. I just talked to ChatGPT. I just had a conversation with ChatGPT, and I just had a thought before I went live of, well, what if I just showed them how this could enhance this one aspect of getting to what your offer is? And look how fast I got it. And look how many ways we could use it. And look how many branches there are in that tree, the roots that are planted in that tree that ChatGPT is growing for you, that you can explore and develop even further and continue to refine your conversations, your prompts with ChatGPT 4 to get even more juice out of what it's sharing with you. It's totally amazing. Totally amazing. So back to our exercise. Let's go back to that. That's how we enhance the exercise of who are you and what are you really offering your clients rationally and emotionally. The thing is, the more you refine the prompt that you're giving ChatGPT, the more you expand, and you can layer them. So you could add one more thing to it. After it gave me that answer, I could say, well, I really liked point 4. Can you expand on that for me and give me 3 more bullet point ideas I could use on a landing page to expand on that concept? And once you've refine ChatGPT to what you do, or if you're doing this for your client, it's going to unveil a lot of really valuable tips and strategies and everything voice that aligns with you also. And this is because you refine it through your instructions that you give it. So moving right along from our exercise, who are you? What are you really offering your clients? Yes, I went off on a little tangent on my ChatGPT soapbox. He or she who diagnoses gets to prescribe the cure. Once you, excuse me, once you understand, I'm just, exhilarating my voice here right into enthusiastic laryngitis. So he who diagnoses gets to prescribe the cure. So once you understand what the solution is for your client, you get to prescribe the cure in the form of your offer. So prescribing the cure, it's like, okay, look, we all like bright, shiny new solutions. No, ChatGPT isn't one. It's a long-term tool and foundation for a business. So I just want to make that clear. But we all like bright, shiny new solutions, and we need to take away the fear and the skepticism someone might be feeling about what your solution is for them. We need to show that their pain point, their problem, their challenge can be satisfied by your product or your service, and be truthful, honest, ethical, believable, of course, all of those things, and don't blindside them with making it sound like one thing, but it's really another. But be careful also, be really mindful about using bad news to get their attention. There's only so much anyone can take of the negative, and people will literally move away from you. So while you want to, we call it a pain point. It's not the greatest name in the world for this, but whatever their challenge, their problem, their issue is, what the solution is they're looking for, it's just referred to in marketing as a pain point, right? But the more you definitely want to show some of the negative aspects, but you want to quickly give the solution. And this is because people just can't take that much negativity. They'll just go away and look for another solution somewhere else. Like, okay, I got it. All right, already. So what is risk reversal? Because this is one of the things we want to build in. And so it's understanding what's holding them back and from making that decision and obliterating it. Now, risk reversal can happen in a lot of different ways, and some of it is by the proof elements, testimonials, different statistics you might have, really tapping into that deeper core emotion, and giving them a guarantee is one way so they don't feel they're risking anything. But here's the deal: more and more, a lot of us, and myself included, on many of my some programs that I offer as well, don't have money back guarantees because we're giving the keys to the vault with a lot of what we have, our products, our programs, that type of thing. And so there's other ways to do this, and be right up front about it. If you don't offer a money back guarantee, what other kinds of guarantee can you offer? I guarantee you're going to see the difference. You'll feel the difference within the next 30 days when you do X, Y, and Z. I guarantee that if you don't look at this now, you're going to be left behind in your marketing, right? So there's different ways you can offer guarantees. And again, the testimonials you have, the case studies surrounding your offer intentionally with proof elements like that goes a long way. And so you're also creating the feeling of, I don't want to miss out on this. They're building in some urgency and using social proof. That's where the testimonials come in. That's where the borrowed authority can come in. If you don't have as many testimonials as you would like, if you're just getting started with something, I have a whole video, you can look for it here, about how you create testimonials and borrowing authority. Don't be afraid to speak your truth. I've been talking about this a lot lately in my videos about purple hair, about marching to your own drummer, about not going along with other people's opinions, what everything should look like and what you should sound like and what your interior decor should look like. And because a lot of times we miss out by just kind of dimming our own light for someone else's opinion or someone else's judgment or even someone else's advice. Sometimes we get advice and programs that's like maybe taking us away from who we truly are, our own essence. And what can happen is that we can begin to doubt our own ability to make a decision for ourselves and to really know ourselves well enough to be able to discern if this is right for me or if it isn't. So then we are going to dissect the offer. Now we're going to just chop it up a little bit for the science of it in step 2. So how do we get the testimonials? We've talked about this in some previous videos as well, but you can get them out of the emails that you get. If someone writes you and said, this was amazing, this is fantastic, thank you so much. And then they send you something, you can literally say, oh, this is so wonderful to hear this from you. Do you mind if I quote you? You get it from interviews, literally sit down and interview them on Zoom. So easy to do now, right? And so you can even cut yourself out of that interview if you want. You can edit the video so it's just the person answering the questions, however you want to do it. But this is also how you gather case studies and just various success stories of something special that your client's been able to achieve. Ask your clients to write one. And a lot of times they want to, but they just don't know what to say they don't know how to portray what they really want to say to you. So you can also write one for them. You can say, if you want, I can write it for you and give it to you to approve. I've done this many times for clients with their clients when we wanted to gather more testimonials. And this is, again, part of a project fee that you can build into what you're doing for a client. But you interview the client, record it, get the transcript, put it together. Again, I'm pretty sure ChatGPT could help you do this super fast, but put it together into a testimonial that flows well, that it's going to come across well based on what they actually said. And if you hear a few things, so to speak, between the lines that you could fill in, that you would think, I believe that this is what they were trying to convey, go ahead and put it into what you're writing, and then you send it to them to approve. If they don't want it in there, they'll say no. I've never had that happen. I've actually had people say, wow, you just really nailed it. That's exactly how I feel. And because the thing is, so many times our clients want to give us that support. They want to be able to give, but you don't want it to say, oh, Tina was just really nice. I really liked working with her. You want to get specific, especially if you know that they had specific outcomes, or they do, but they just don't know how to express it. So there's many ways to get these. So, and really, as your marketing antenna are getting more fine-tuned, you start to notice new opportunities for how this all works. And so, but we want to be really mindful of what we call alphabet agencies here in the US. The FTC stands for Federal Trade Commission, a watchdog agency designed to protect consumers. And so we want to make sure that we're staying within the guidelines, and you can always Google what are the recent ones. Sometimes they add new things to it, but you really basically, or you can hire a compliance attorney if you're at that level in your marketing to look over everything. And so, but just look at the FTC guidelines. And overall, here's the bottom line, not an attorney, but here's the bottom line. Stay away from big claims. Stay away from unsubstantiated claims. Stay away from huge income claims. If you do talk about money, or you can have a disclaimer that basically says, these results may vary. My friend Frank Kern, long ago, when he was young and not quite understanding how the FTC worked, he had a terrible run-in with them where he lost all of his financial resources, his marketing, everything. He had to start all over again. And oh my gosh, he is so careful ever since then. I mean, decades of carefulness. And he has a compliance attorney. I've written for Frank. I wrote his last mass control sales letter, and that went through a compliance attorney review before it was ever published. And he often says things like, dude, you may not make anything. You may sit around at home, lounging on the Barco lounger and never make a dime. He'll just come right out and say, you might not make anything at all. And because he's super careful. It's also, by the way, why he doesn't have an affiliate program. If you didn't know that, it's part of the reason for that is because he doesn't want to take any chances on how someone else might represent him or his product. So these are all things to keep in mind with your offers. Case studies, have individual people talk about their experience on video, or write it out, or like I just mentioned, on a Zoom call, you can interview them. Be careful and say your results may vary, and don't make anything up ever, and just stay a little bit more general on outcomes and that type of thing. You can have amazing results that people say about you. That's fine. If they want to say, I made this much money, that's fine. But you also want to just kind of hedge your bet, so to speak, by being careful you're not making a claim that everybody's going to make this much money in this much time, no matter what, right? And so now let's look at the word tipping point, because this is when your clients are just teetering on the edge before buying, and they just need that one little nudge to help them make that decision for themselves. And tipping points is where we create urgency. And again, only if there really is urgency. Now, there's various ways you can portray urgency. It could be that it's a limited time on a particular price point, that the door is closing on a launch, that the program's only available a couple times a year or once a year, and that door is closing, won't be available again until 2024, price is going up. But there's other urgencies as well, like how much longer do you want to live with this problem? How much longer do you want to go on not understanding exactly how to use ChatGPT in your business? How much longer are you willing to put up with mediocre results when by adding this one particular dimension to your marketing, you could see an immediate change? So these are other ways that you can create kind of psychological urgency. Create something too irresistible to pass up. If you have a 78% discount on something until Saturday at midnight, that's pretty irresistible if you have something that they're looking for. Use price specials sparingly, though. You don't want to have every single thing be, it's a discount, it's discounted, it's discounted. I like to use it more in a limited amount of time with, there's a timer. This offer goes away at this time, that type of thing. So you don't want to just like flood them with these special offers. Remember, the confused mind doesn't buy. Use scarcity. Maybe you only are taking 10 people in your coaching program. Maybe you only have one seat available in your mastermind. Maybe, again, the offer is going to be closed down at midnight on whatever day of the week you're choosing to close it down, or it's only open once a year. These are all actual aspects of scarcity that you can build in to your offer. But always, they have to be real. Don't make up stuff. Don't tell them you're only going to see this price at this moment on this page, and tomorrow they go Google and they find it's 5 other places. Don't do things like that. We want to stay in integrity and authenticity and be real and honest and true about everything that we're portraying in our offers. And then the close. Sell hard, not apologetically. My friend, some of my copywriting buddies talk about not selling from your heels, right? Like, this means don't be like kind of backing up when you make your offer. Just go for it. Make the offer. Don't be apologetic about it. Don't be, well, maybe this and maybe that. Just go for it. This is the difference between you making money and not making money, because an offer never made is an offer no one can take, right? And people part with their money every single day. And why do they do that? Because they find value in whatever it is they're paying for. You find value when you go out to dinner and decide to spend $100 on a dinner for two, just because you wanted to go out and have a nice evening. Because you found value in it, you're willing to part with your money. You go and buy a new outfit or a new shirt or a new pair of shoes because you find value in owning it and how you feel when you wear it, or how it serves you, or the purpose of it, all of those things. So that's why people buy, because they feel like it and because they are willing to part with their money to have the thing. And so same with you. It's the difference between you making money or not, whether or not you make that offer. Future pace them. This means walking down the path of what life can look like when they have this in place. And so, if they're looking for, how do I write, amazing emails and get them opened, imagine what life is going to look like when you send out emails and know that your open rate has gone up, because now you're really tapping into what people were looking for in your messaging. This is imagine this. What will life be like when? What would life be like 6 months from now? What would happen if you could shave hours off of your research by using ChatGPT and get things done in 2 hours that used to take you 2 weeks? These are all aspects of future pacing. And then sign off. You're going to have your close. And that's where we get to our powerful and spectacular PS, right? Don't forget one. This is not an afterthought. The PS is not an afterthought. At the bottom of your sales page, when you're making your offer, have a PS. This is one of the top 3 things people will read when they skim. And a lot of people are skimmers. We're talking about like an online sales page now, if they're going down the headline, the subheads, the bullet points, they're skimming, moving fast. We're all so impatient these days, right? We want things to happen faster. We expect them to happen faster, and we have tools to make them happen faster now. And so there are those, maybe you're one of them, that reads the PS first. They're looking for that bottom line. Here it is, too long to read. Here's the bottom line. Here it's in the PS. And so this is where you can make your offer one more time. Here's the link. Put another call to action button in your PS, but do it intentionally, and don't forget. Okay. So I hope this has been helpful to you. I always say that because I always do. That you'll find that this is a way you can infuse these tips into how you're making your offer, make it so someone just can't refuse, minus any kind of threats or coercion, of course. And I hope you found really that fast ChatGPT tip kind of trigger something for you. And if it did, please let me know, because I can continue to give you fast ChatGPT tips that you can incorporate right now, immediately, whether you're still using the free version, don't know why you are, if you are, of 3.5, or you've gone the distance and made the huge investment of $20 a month for ChatGPT 4. I think if you start working with it, you're going to pretty quickly find out how amazing it is, because it really, really is. And I'm going to sign off here because it's time for me to do my coaching call for my ChatGPT intensive. We have a live coaching we do every week, and every week we zero in on particular niche markets and how you would proceed in stacking the prompts to to end up with things like your emails, your opt-in, what they're getting when they opt in, your sales pages. And every single week, people are just like, wow, and I just love that. I just love seeing the reaction when I start showing them how to do this. So I'm going to have to go do that next. But if this has been helpful to you, remember there's many ways that we can work together. I offer one-on-one coaching in specific circumstances. I have group coaching. I also do consulting for your company or your business if you're trying to figure out how to infuse the power of ChatGPT into your business so you can humanize and optimize and maximize by using it. Just reach out because I'm here for you. And speaking of that, I'll be here for you again tomorrow. I'll see you again tomorrow. This is Tina Lorenz. Thanks for being here today. And it's bye for now and have a great rest of your day. Bye for now.